Hey, it's Cobra here at MaddenGuides.com. I want to show you a old school blitz that's been in Madden for a long time, pretty much since I started breaking down videos. So I'm going to take a look at this particular blitz. It's called the 46 normal inside blitz, and for the most part, every single year, there's always some way of getting pressure on the quarterback. Obviously, the most easiest way is just the default setup, which is going to bring some inside pressure, which we're actually going to take a look at here in just a bit. But just know that this blitz is a man defense, and it is cover zero, so keep that in mind when you run this. Let's go ahead and take a look at it on the field here. And you can see as you look at it, as I already mentioned, that it's a cover zero blitz, which means you don't have any deep safety help over the top, making it pretty suspect to the deep pass play, especially if your opponent knows it's coming. I mean, he can do some things that will allow him to get time to throw the ball deep, and if he's got a fast receiver matched up against a slower corner, you're going to be in you're going to be in a world of hurt. Let's put it that way. So, with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the blitz without doing anything at all. I'm just going to go ahead and switch to another defender, not make any adjustments as far as with the pre-snap adjustments. And the one thing you're going to notice here as you watch this, as I mentioned already. I kind of screwed up a little bit on the illustration there, but this guy right here, as you're looking at your screen here, that defender right there is the one that's going to bring this inside A-gap pressure on the quarterback, and that's the one that we're going to focus in on, at least with the initial part of this, without making any adjustments. So let's just go ahead and run it, and you can see that he shoots through the A-gap and gets pressure on the quarterback. Something else with this particular defense, if you're fortunate to have an X-Factor type pass rusher, an elite pass rusher, such as what the Chargers have here, then you're going to get some extra pressure coming off the edge as well. So that's nice to have if you have that when you run this defense. So you're going to see that a lot as we go through this video. You're going to see that particular defender that left in get pressure on the quarterback. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and just, as far as go through it real quick, and as you look at it, what you're going to see is you got 5 defenders that are playing man coverage. So let's just go ahead and show you those 5 defenders as you look at it. So you have those 5 defenders that are playing man, and then you're also going to have these guys as you look at it, which is going to ultimately give us 6 defenders and that'll be rushing the quarterback, as you're going to see on your screen there. So you're going to get 6 defenders that are rushing the quarterback. Now, as far as the setup goes, one of the things you can do, if you don't want to get inside pressure, you can simply take control of this guy right here, which is this linebacker that I'm in control of. And what you can do is you can move him up into this gap right here, not too far up. Obviously, you don't go across the line of scrimmage. And then if you do this, you're going to find that you're going to get pressure from this defensive end that's going to come off the edge. It's going to be the right end on your depth chart. So he'll be the one that actually gets pressure. So just go ahead and take a look at it, and you'll see that you get the pressure off the edge right there, which is nice. And like I said, there are going to be other times when you might get pressure from the left end, especially if he's an elite pass rusher. All right, so with that said, let's keep going on. One of the things I like to do with this particular defense, if I think I can get the pressure pretty quick, is called press coverage or bump and run man coverage. And you can see right there as you look at it, you've got your 2 corners now. They're in press coverage out there on the outside as you look at your screen. Now, as far as the next thing you can do, if you want to add an extra defender into zone coverage, you can take control of this guy. And what I like to do is I like to go ahead and put him in bluff blitz, and then I move him over here, and then I'll release him. And then if you zoom in on here, we're going to go ahead and zoom in with this. You can see as you look at it that you'll notice that he's kind of got his way he looks. He looks like he's going this way. He's staring over in this area here. He's looking towards the left of your screen as you look at it. And also, you'll notice that he's also got the blitz angle, but he also drops back in the hook zone. Now, I can't promise you that you're always going to get pressure with this when you do this, but a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, you're going to get pressure coming off the edge still from this guy right here. So let's just go ahead and run it, and we'll see if we get any pressure off the edge here. And there's the pressure I was talking about. Now, hopefully, as I said earlier, that other end will also get pressure. Now, it's not always guaranteed that this is going to work, and that's what I want to point out to you. It doesn't mean it's always going to work, but it does give you an opportunity. You can see right there that there's the pressure coming off that edge, and then you can also see that this defender right here, the one that we went ahead and hot routed into a bluff zone or bluff blitz, drops back into coverage right there. You can see him dropping right there. A lot of times he'll drop a little bit quicker than that. So just keep that in mind. It's just going to give you that extra defender. The other option would be, and some guys will do this with this blitz. Let's go ahead and show you this. Would be simply just to go ahead and take control of this guy, and you'll stay in control of him, and then you'll just try to drop him back, and hopefully you'll get edged off. You got to let him come up a bit. Like I said, let him come up far enough up there. But if you let him come up a bit, so you bring him into this gap right here. Let's bring him a little closer there. And then what you'll do is you'll just hold that, you'll let him come up, and then you'll try to drop him back there. I'm trying to do it at the same time while I'm showing you the video as far as the illustrations. But at any rate, what you'll do is you'll let him come up and actually manually blitz. You'll let him come up here and manually blitz himself, and then at the last second, you'll drop him back into coverage. So you let him come up a couple. Hopefully, this will draw in this end right here, or this this left tackle to the inside here and try to block one of these guys to the inside, and therefore it'll allow you to get that pressure off the edge. That's what we're trying to show there. Let's do it one more time, see if I can get it. So again, I'll take control of him, and then I'm going to let him come in, then I'm going to drop him back. That's what I'm trying to show right there. So now you saw the pressure coming off the edge. I was just trying to do the illustration at the same time, and I couldn't do them both at the same time like I wanted to. But at any rate, you can see there's the pressure coming off the edge from this guy, and then hopefully we'll get pressure from this guy. So you get two guys coming in on pressure, and then you'll just drop your guy back in coverage, such as what I'm doing there. And if you do everything right, hopefully you'll get to the quarterback before he has time to throw it. Just keep in mind there are a lot of bump and run man beaters in the game, or a lot of press man coverage beaters in the game where your opponent can get the receiver off real quick without being jammed at the line of scrimmage. If he does that, you're probably going to get toasted. So when you run the 46 normal inside blitz, just understand there's a big chance for a big play deep down the field. It's a high risk, high reward. Doesn't mean you're always going to get it. And what I've been showing here with as far as moving that linebacker, that doesn't always mean that if you move that linebacker, release him, and let him go, you're still may or may not get the pressure because you put him in bluff blitz. So it doesn't mean you're always going to get that pressure. So I want you guys to understand that. So anyways, just keep an eye on when you run this blitz. Just know there are some different options. I'm sure there's some other setups that guys have come up with. This is just a simple one I wanted to show you guys for this video breakdown.